Is it too late to get into mining? Should I just buy the coin? What's next? What do I do? I spent a lot of time learning how to do this stuff. I spent a lot of time building this stuff up. I spent a lot of money investing in this infrastructure. I love this stuff, and that's something that I feel like some people don't understand. Let me explain my point of view, and then we'll talk a little bit more generally. Just got a bunch of new miners in out here at the VoskCoin mining farm. Some of the crazy new additions are like a Bitmain Antminer S21 Pro, which at the moment is the best Bitcoin miner you can possibly buy. But by the end of the year, that will no longer be the case. Also the Easy 100C, which is so funny. They literally made the C stand for the Cozy edition. So it's an Ethereum Classic miner basically built with at-home mining in mind. And the Easy 100 Pro, which is basically their overclocked Ethereum Classic miner. Also got another Jazz Miner X4 in. We've got some D-pin stuff that just came in that I'll talk about in a video soon. And then we have the latest and greatest best mini miner, dollar for dollar, which is the KS0 Ultra. It's looking just like the other ones. If you actually look over there behind my 86, this is the new one. I'm pretty curious to see how this thing performs, and I think it'll be good to go. I think that it's not exactly just overclocked further and going to be hotter, that it's more so it's got their newer chips in it that are more powerful and more efficient. So a lot going out here on the VoskCoin mining farm, and one of the key things I want to talk about here today is the simple fact that even though the market has dumped recently, even though many things are becoming more difficult, I, for one, personally, am absolutely, definitely not giving up on mining. And I will continue to pursue earning passive income through mining. I am needing to reevaluate exactly how I'm doing that, though. By the way, quick question. What's your favorite car? Are you a JDM guy? You into muscle cars? Or maybe you're not into cars at all. I noticed a very high prevalence with people that like Teslas and cryptocurrency. Elon Musk has worked hard to kind of make an overlapping crypto electric vehicle, or at least Tesla. And even Tesla in a way has become like one of the first company stocks that also kind of doubles as a meme stock. It's very much about the culture and identity as much as it is about kind of what they're doing. But to bring it back to mining, one thing I'm heavily focused on moving forward is going to be efficiency, right? Are these the gas guzzlers of the mining world? Do they burn a lot of electric in comparison to how much they earn, right? You have something like a lot of these little kaspa miners, like the KA Box, the Ice River K0 Ultra. These are kaspa miners. They don't use all that much electricity, and yet they're profitable. They earn more than they burn, and that's what I mean by profitable, right? Because you could say whatever, and obviously there's a purchase cost, there's opportunity cost, there's so many things that we could break down, the nuances of the economics of basically playing the mining game.
Want to keep your mining profitable post-Bitcoin halving? Check out Revolution Mining. They offer Bitcoin and altcoin ASIC miner hosting with competitive electric rates, all hosted within the US. And if you're not into Bitcoin mining, they also offer kaspa bundles too, including the KS3M and the KS5 Pro. We have a KS3M with Revo and mined over 1,700 kaspa in the last 7 days. To learn more, check out the link in the video description below. Thank you to Revolution Mining for sponsoring this video.
For me, it's like I focus on investing in this sector. Is this really where I should be putting the money I have? Or should I just buy a coin? But I've talked about this before. The key message of the piece I want to say here is that mining keeps me in the game for the long run, right? You buy a miner, like you're in. You're in. You're in that coin for a long time. You're in that miner for a long time, unless you turn around and sell the miner. I take it a step further by even dunking a lot of the miners recently, right? And that's the liquid cooling, putting them in immersion mining solutions. But with this stage of where I'm at in the mining game and VoskCoin mining farm, any miners I buy or I can acquire to review here on the YouTube channel, unless something weird changes, I'm here to just let them eat, run them into the ground, run them until they are just so unprofitable that they burn way more than they earn, that I should just shut them down. And that's where something very interesting happens for me. So my electricity rate is about 10 cents per kilowatt hour, but I just got bumped up to the next electricity rate, which puts me at about 8.5 cents, between 8 and 8.5 cents price per kilowatt hour, which is an incredible decrease in my mining expenses and electricity bill monthly. But what I'm trying to get at, right, we have expensive but very profitable risky miners like the AL box, which that's the KA box Pro. This is the AL box. It's smaller. The point though is miners like that, miners like the Easy 100, these very expensive but very profitable altcoin miners, right, that are mining coins like kaspa and ETC and ALF, right? And very, very soon, I'm going to take a very serious focus and expansion into Litecoin, dogecoin mining with the Bitmain miner L9s. Those are going to be best-in-class script miners. They are the most efficient. And L7s reigned king in doge mining for a long time. So I think the L9s will be at the top for a while. AlphaPex is trying to give them a run for their money. We'll see what happens. There's also the Locatech script miner that we've been waiting probably half my life for. All right, I'm focused on altcoin mining. I'm focused on efficient mining, and I'd rather have less miners, right, that I think will have a longer lifespan. So we'll have to see kind of what happens and where things go. But when I ran the numbers the other day for my Bitcoin mining profitability, I mean, situation's looking dire, right? Not looking good, because Bitcoin mining is very difficult. It's very competitive. And even major miners, publicly traded mining farms, are expanding into altcoin mining, right? With Doge miners and notable investments in the millions and millions of dollars in kaspa mining rigs. While many people may think kaspa was overbought, or what's the point, or there's too many miners, there's too many companies making miners for this coin. It's a platform, and now they're trying to push out their kaspa tokens, the cryptocurrencies that live on their blockchain, which could be an astronomical game changer for the utility, which would illustrate the value, potentially push the general Cas coin price up further, right? And remember, this is a mineable cryptocurrency, that they do decrease how much the miners earn every month when you look at the actual coins, right? But if you weave in transaction fees and just a general healthy, viable chain, right? Something like that is what takes this from being a profitable coin to mine, a profitable coin to buy in retrospect, to could it actually be the next Ethereum? I'm not, jumping on that exactly, but what made Ethereum popular, right? The head of the coin, the fact that it was the absolute epicenter of ICOs, initial coin offerings, right? All the tokens lived on that chain, and it created this ecosystem. And then came dApps, decentralized applications, and decentralized trading, the decentralized exchanges, the DEXs. There's so many things that make Ethereum just never go away. Now there's all these layer 2s that live on top of Ethereum. Ethereum will be here for the rest of our lives unless somehow something catastrophic happens to this code, right? That's because if you think of Ethereum and crypto, Ethereum is almost like the Earth. Like, there's just so many things on it at this point, and all those things live on the Earth. They need the Earth. They live off the Earth. They utilize the Earth. You cannot just transplant them onto Mars. It's just not a habitable environment for them, right? I don't know if I'm starting to sound crazy, but I'm serious, if that example makes sense. So where I'm trying to go with this is, instead of just rapid fire, give me that miner, give me that miner, give me that miner, which is a general approach that I like, because I think mining's fun, it's interesting, I like the coins, I like the research, I make the content, right? But I'm not gonna go out there and buy a bunch of Bitcoin miners. It's just not feasible. Not at my electricity rate, not anymore. I did that a while ago, before the halving, right? I bought 10 Bitcoin miners for 10 grand. That was a fun, exciting day. That was a lucrative endeavor. But I don't think if you do that today, it would be as lucrative. Not those miners, and the ones that you would want in their place, you're not getting at that price point. They're trading at a 4x premium. So at some point you've got to say, is it too late to get into mining? Should I just buy the coin? What's next? What do I do? Right? So let me explain my point of view, and then we'll talk a little bit more generally. Right? So we're out here, we've got the farm. I spent a lot of time learning how to do this stuff. I spent a lot of time building this stuff up. I spent a lot of money investing in this infrastructure. I love this stuff, and that's something that I feel like some people don't understand. A lot of people get into mining because they just want to make money. I got into mining because I love mining and I wanted to make money. Or even more importantly, I wanted to increase my cryptocurrency holdings once I really started to understand the big picture, right? Look at the buying power of the dollar 10 years ago. Look at the buying power of Bitcoin 10 years ago. They're moving in opposite directions in favor of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. They say like, oh, it's too late for Bitcoin. Well, okay. Ethereum came out half a decade after Bitcoin. The way I look at the world right now, if you ever want to be wealthy, at least for me, right, I need to have some combination of my own business, cryptocurrency holdings, Bitcoin, which in a way can be its own asset class compared to altcoins, right? Stocks, maybe real estate, investments. If you think your 9 to 5 will make you rich one day, you're going to be sadly mistaken. If you're sitting there in your dirty US dollars and other fiat currency, don't be surprised when you look back in 10 years and be like, wow, I could have bought XYZ 10 years ago for only that little price. Because that's what people are saying now. And that's what they were saying the 10 years before that. Granted, we've dealt with a very serious era of hyperinflation recently, massively degrading buying power, which literally steals your vitality, right? You work your whole life and you save, and then they make all the money you saved worthless. Bro, they literally stole your life. Most people work because they have to, not because they want to. At best, you find a combination of both, for the average person at least, right? Hey, look, it's a bug. Oh, no, it's not. Ears are just looking funky. Hey, see you later. So where am I going from here and why, right? So if I go to 3-phase electricity and I use over half a megawatt consistently, I will get an electricity rate around 7.5 cents, which will make me be pretty competitive, especially for my area, which I'm in the United States and I'm in Virginia. At this stage of the game, it makes the most sense, in my opinion, to have a couple, capital heavy, efficient miners if you can do it. All right, maybe an immersion solution, which is very quiet, very easy to deploy anywhere. Right, there's no reason why you couldn't slap an immersion miner in your garage. It doesn't take up too much room. You could have things beside it, above it, punch a couple lines through the wall, put your dry cooler out there, slap a Mitsubishi sticker on it, and they're like, oh my neighbor's so trendy. He has a mini split. And you're just like, yeah, it's a mini split, man. Don't worry about it. And you'd be good to go. Immersion changes the game for small scale mining, especially in urban areas, especially like in HOA neighborhoods. Previously, if you were air cooled, these miners are allowed, right? I don't know if you've ever heard one, but they sound something like, what? Jeez, I don't think that's wife approved. I don't think that's gonna be HOA approved. And look, I hope you're not even living in an HOA. The government tries to oppress me enough. I don't need a mini wannabe government telling me that I need to mow my lawn and paint my goddamn mailbox. If you got time to write me up for it, you got time to paint it, son. But the point is, I'm gonna continue down this mining path until it's just not viable. I'm operating at a little bit of a slower pace, a little bit of a more conservative pace right now. I think things are still gonna take off, but I'm very, very leveraged right now.
Today I checked the price, bad price. Can devs do something?
Right, like I mine coin, and I don't sell coin. I just bleed every month. I'm bleeding out the electricity bill. I'm bleeding out the expenses on VoskCoin. Now, granted, we have some sponsored videos. We have affiliate earnings, right? We have things that supplement VoskCoin's income. Because VoskCoin ultimately is two things. VoskCoin is the content creation side, and then there's the VoskCoin mining farm side. From the lens of the tube, right, you see basically it all. But from my point of view, I've got business A and I've got business B, and they're in a synergistic relationship. The bottom line is, though, I haven't taken profits, and I use mining to basically DCA into cryptocurrency at a discount in real time. So that's what I'm gonna do. And when things hopefully go crazy and I can take a lot of profits, I'm looking to basically hit overall a pause button on the mining farm and build out a solar farm to supplement my electricity. And if I can get to a point where I have paid off miners, I have paid off solar panels, I'm making my own juice, and I'm running gear that I have, made my return on and then some. And that will be the point where I have truly hit a real life cheat code of becoming my own money printer, inspired by our beloved government. So that's where my head's at. What are you doing? Are you working out on building the next small, medium, or even large scale mining farm? Do you think it's too late to mine? Do you like a couple miners to mess around with, but it's not going to be what consumes you? Are you building something like I am? Are you adding solar or have solar and want to utilize that excess electricity to earn passive income? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ideas. Let me know what you want me to do and try and explore next year on the channel, because at the end of the day, I'm here just trying to have fun and document what I'm doing. You know, we always call it the crazy crypto journey, but I'm also simply here to try to make informative and entertaining content for you. And I want to know what you want to see. And if that can line up to any degree with what I'm doing, I'd love to make it happen. So, hey, I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.